In our previous vlog, we talked about the 4 ways of handling rejections and failures. But how about those prospects who haven't said no to us pa? Kasi these are prospects na who told you after the interview they're going to think about it or they somehow need to talk to their business partner first before making a decision and so on. So how do we follow up these people without sounding desperate or pushy? So if you're curious, keep watching. Hello there, I'm Coach Minette and I'm one of the elite coaches inside ASVA community. So before we dive into the strategies, let's talk about why it's crucial for you to follow up on your prospect. So let's talk about numbers first. Well, according to the statistics released by IRC Sales Solutions, about 95% of all converted leads are reached by 6 attempts. This means that keeping in touch with them by sending follow-up emails or messages increases the likelihood of closing them and eventually to become your paid clients. However, they also revealed na 44% give up after one follow-up attempt. So guys, never lose hope no if ever hindi mag-respond si client sa first attempt. Kasi if you fail to do this activity, you're definitely leaving a lot of money in table. Pero you know what? We cannot really blame people for their behavior, no? Kasi there's a fear na if you constantly do this, we may come across aggressive or worse, needy. We don't want to look desperate eh. And yet on the other hand, we stand to lose closing a deal if we don't follow up enough. Although, there is no rule naman how often you should follow up your prospect. But it's very important to take note that you are talking to the right prospect if you want this to work on your favor. Kung sa tingin mo, aligned yung skills mo dun sa hinahanap ni client, next step is to pre-qualify your prospect by asking questions if your Amazon VA services are a fit to their needs. Kasi the last thing you wanna do is to waste your precious time convincing someone who's never ever going to buy. At ayaw natin yun. After you've pre-qualified your prospect, now it's time to talk to them and pay very close attention to everything they're going to share with you. Take important notes about the challenges their business face or the solutions they've tried in the past but did not work. Kasi you can also dig deeper when you can because this little piece of information will become handy later on. Let's say the interview went for about 10 to 15 minutes or so and you have identified that they are the right market for you. And they also mention how Dave is struggling with the specific problem na ikaw lang yung makakapag-solve. But somehow, they couldn't make the decision yet. And they tell you stuff like, I'll just send you an email or message you. Guys, once you hear this, do not accept it as it is, but instead, get them to commit. What if they tell you na they need more time? So you can just ask them when is the best time to call. Like, it should be a week, a month, or a quarter. And then, the key here is that it should come from them. So, dapat manggaling sa kanila and take note of it. But what if they tell you na they need to speak to someone else before making the decision? So, you can just ask them when is the convenient date to get in another call. And if they respond you with uncertainty, just ask a specific range of when you can make a follow-up. So what happens if on your second follow-up, hindi pa rin sila makapag-decide? Ano nang gagawin natin? Do we bombard them every week or ask kailan sila ready? Guys, hindi. Never do that. Kasi it will only annoy your prospect. Remember a while ago na I told you to listen carefully and pay attention to the things they shared to you, right? So those are going to be our ammunition to follow them up based on value. For example, if they mention now one of their pain points is finding a new products to sell on Amazon, and you have the skill of a product researcher, you can send them articles or videos or your sample work. Or if there's a new feature in Helium 10 that could potentially help their business, you can share it to them as well. Kasi this is a discreet way of reminding your existence. Doing this can lead to two outcomes. One is that when the time comes na they are eventually ready, you will be the first person on their mind to communicate with. And the second one is even more surprising. They can finally say no to you, but instead, they refer you to someone who's a better fit. Bakit? Kasi you've been so helpful. So that's how you build relationship, that's how you build trust. In conclusion, remember to put the best interest of your prospect at all times when you are making a follow-up. It should always be about them, not you or your services. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get the latest updates on our channel. So again, this is Coach Minette, your VA expert, and with Amazonation, we open possibilities.